Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
I'll take questions now.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the wonderful speech that you have given to the nation. Tikutokozeni, Your Excellency, chifukwa cha utenga umene mwapereka kwa Malawi. Makamaka kungoyankhula nchichewa utenga umenewu. President akuthokoza Malawi wonse amene anatuluka ndi kukavota pa 16 September. Ndipo kuvota kwawo kwaonetsadi kuti akufuna umodzi muno Malawi. Chachiwiri so President akuthokoza President amene angotuluka kumene Dr. Chakwera chifukwa cha kuonetsa kuti ndi Malawi komanso amakonda democracy pakuvomera kuti iwo pachisankhochi sanachite bwino. Chachitatu President athunso akuthokoza Justice Annabel Ntalimanja ndi komiti yonse ya ku commissions pogwira bwino ntchito kuyendetsa zisankho zimenezi. Akupitirizanso kuthokoza kwa inu atolankhani amene mumatsatira zimenezi chandu kuuza mtundu wonse kuti ino zisankho zikuyenda mwanjira ngati imene ijaya. Akuthokozani kwambiri. Kumapetopeto pali anthu ena amene akuchita zoyipa mbomamo. President akuti anthu ngati inu musiye nkhalidwe umenewu. Ena mukuba mumabandalama amene mukupasana ma contract achabechabe, iyayi ngongole, magalimoto aboma kumasintha manamba plate, nyumba za boma kumalanda, zimenezo musayelekeze kupanga. President athu akuti akudziwa zonsezo ndipo akukuonani. Posachedwa apa mukhala mukuyankha milandu. Ndiye nditero kuti no pamene tafika apa titenge mafunso. Ndi ndaona Awanda Msisa muime, ndaonanso Aubi muimaso after Awanda Msisa, kenaka Shumbaso ku MBC follow baset tipanga round ya 4 kenaka nolizabweraso round ya number 2. Zikomo kwambiri. President mundilole kuti ndi alole Awanda Msisa kuti no afunse funso lawo. Zikomo kwambiri bwana.
Zikomo kwambiri. Dzina langa ndine Awanda Msisa kuchokera ku Times. Koyamba, congratulations on your win. Congratulations on your win. Yeah, Awanda Msisa from Times. Awanda Msisa from Times Television. Timati choyamba tikuthokozeni chifukwa chopambana masankho ngati president wa number 7. Okay. Mafunso anga ansanga alipo follow koma ndansanga. Mwakambapo mbali imodzi ya zimene zikuchitika. Munakakonda kuti masiku 7 amene tinasintha lamulo kuti constitution section 81(3) pamene tinanena kuti tizidikira masiku 7 kuti president wina alowe. Munakakonda kuti tizipanga bwanji? Andi mukamakamba nkhani imeneyi amene ali mbomawo Malawi ena tonsefe komanso amene akuyembekezera kulowa mboma timu yanu. Munakakonda, how would you want us to behave during this period, Your Excellency?
Very good question. I think in 7 days entire food constant entire kuri anthu amene aloipa angati kuita zoipa kwa anthu ali abwino angati kuita zabwino. Ndipemphe anthu onse pa siku 7 kuti onse tikhale calm komanso tisaononge dziko lino. Dziko ndiye la tonse. DPP yawina kwa siku ndiye kuti dziko lino ndi la DPP komanso mealuzanso dziko ndi lawo. Basogolo series 2030 will come back, or 2035, or 2040. Things come and go. Mabomo ocean abwe kupita. Ndi saunange ziko ni chwa kapena taruza. Ziko ndi latonse. Sila APM ne dipemba tonse kuti tikhale bata. Saunange zintu mungaza maganyo dani nazo ndalama kusunthidwa. Zosina zikutika ma contract fake contract kupekedwa ndalama zimene zisiye zimenezo tikuononga dziko lathu, tikupitiriza kuononga dziko lathu. Ndiye tisiye zimenezo. For once, tikonde dziko lino, for once, kulitonse ndife Malawi. As I said, in fact, let me say again, kundikupempha anthu onse, kwa amene analuza, andizipatizina kuti we are all Malawians tigwire ntchito limodzi. I want everyone to work together, tonse, komanso maregional onse, kakumpoto, kumwera, kuvuma, ku central region pakati, tonse tigwire ntchito kumanga Malawi. That's what I want. Malawi is one. Malawi sitabelong kumtundu umodzi kapena ndi limodzi ndatonse. Ndiye funso labwino kwambiri, tikhani bata komanso titikire boma latsopano likabwera kuti liyambe kugwira ntchito, likamba kugwira ntchito tonse tisapote boma limene latsopano.
Ndifunsa msanga. Funso lina ndilokuti pali zinthu zambiri zimene mwina zaonongeka, nde mukalumbira Malawi kuyembekeza kuti mwina pompo zinthu zikonzeka, mungafune kwauza zotani azakupaseni nthawi yochuluka bwanji kuti mutakhala kuti mufuna mukonze zinthu zimene zaonongeka. Lomaliza ndilokuti munanena kuti mukazasankhidwa muzapanga executive order kuti zinthu zimene zidapita makampani amene adapita ku Lilongwe abwerere ku Blantyre. Mukalumbiritsidwa ngati president, tizadikire nthawi yayitali bwanji executive order yanu yoyambirira imene munatilonjeza? Thank you very much.
The last one first, indeed, I think kutenga zinthu zina from Blantyre kupita ku Lilongwe inali mistake. Inali plan yakuti aononge mzinda uno wa Blantyre. Last night I was visited my businessman. I thought there is no money here in Malawi, my hotel and so on. Everything has gone away, has been taken away. Every country, in my country, commercial capital. United States, for example, in Washington, political capital, and in New York, commercial capital. And my Oceania, it's not true kuti zonse zikhale modes. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. To South Africa, for example, South Africa was a bomber, executive in Pretoria, a judiciary in Bloemfontein, parliament in Cape Town. Yeah, kuti Agoma Ndi Mmene, infrastructure my housing and so forth. We put so much money to build all these buildings, structures. I was drunk the other day in my housing corporation. I think I do some. It will be done in the interest of the country. It's not for vindication or anything at all. It's for the benefit of the country. In terms of the time frame, we'll see. In terms of resources, the Mutharika we can move so many people. In terms of resources, you know how much we can do, move, but it will be done. I've forgotten the second question.
Are you a miracle worker that you are soon in office tomorrow and then everything?
Yeah, you know, development the process is in mind forever. So much at once, teach us to mind kumakua. Ngati mwana kawangono kumakula and so. So it's a semi development. Tiamba uponza zindu. Pangono tikonze. Kalima forex zija. Kuyamba zimenezo chifani the main problem di kulibe drama za forex kamba kupanga zimenezo kama zimenezo kama ntinkhani yawo ya ngongole so tikupeka ndama za mbizi zonse zikuchoka ku MRA zonse zikupita ku ngongole. They say we have no money left for development in this country. Zonse zikupita ku ngongole. That's an immediate issue. In fact, we already started talking. Tiwana kuti tikonze bwanji zimeneza. and so on and so forth. So pakama step oceana government can have infrastructure, can improve education, education and so forth. Singakile those entire modes. What kind of priority? Because of your community. Can kimanga, can fertilizer, immediately, whatever. Let's look at that first and deal with immediate problems, short-term problems. And then after that, you know, medium term, and then long term, including my famous Singapore. That will be long term. So this is nothing on her. But what do that? I think it's a very good question.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now this is Kasim Aubi of Zodiac. Kasim Aubi of Zodiac, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Your Excellency, monga amene aneneramo ine ndi Kasim Aubi kuchoka ku Zodiac. Mafunso ena amene mafuna ndikufunsa owanda wachita kutachi. Komano funso limene ndimafuna amwena mutati yankhira mwa clear kuti the first 100 days ya office mwanu mwaika ma target otani.
I don't like this 100 days stuff. I've always said that. From 2014, I refused to be boxing into 100 days or 2019. I think it's silly to have this 100 days, whatever it is. That's not how things work. That's not how things work. This is a process. It has Tamanga, it has Machedwa, having a money project, funding kuchedwa, and so forth. Or all the equipment go kuchedwa, kufika kumala, kuguru. So you cannot put yourself with 5 days from the 20 days. No. What I'm saying is, take the identify short term, medium term, and long term. The immediate things we need to do immediately are things like Jakuja, Mafuta, fertilizer. Those we need to those we need to do immediately. You see, but I can't give a date. And the others, as we go along, kind of Michelle, kind of Singapore, and so forth. Those will do them as we go along. But it takes time. Let me finish. I'm the president, you know. Don't forget. Don't forget that. So to my and then after that we'll see what we do. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, fusolina nimafuna ndifunse kuti panopa mukubwera pa nthawi imene sukulu zangotsekulidwa chimodzi chimene sukulu zangotsekulidwa munanena kuti DPP ikalowa mboma maphunziro a secondary azakhala aulere amalawi ali ndi chidwi kuti adziwe kuti kodi zichitika with immediate effect or pali zinthu zina zimene mukhale kuti mfuna muziwunike kaye.
Well, that's the plan for the school and so forth, secondary school. We have not yet formed the government. We form government. The government is kumana. We have small policy decisions. My priority, when are we going to do this? Funding this one and so forth. All these things, Africa funding. Is this mine? Sorry. Sorry about it. Funding the fertilizer, Kalama schools, and so forth. These are planning good, okay? We get funding by such a date, and then we'll be able now to start this project. I want to get funding for this, but we'll start that. If we have funding for this road, then we'll start building that road. That's how it works. And it's not, you see, it takes a lot of time and planning to do these things. For example, someone can come and say, look, I want this road to be completed in 6 months. until road authority to complete this road, say 30-kilometer road in 6 months. It's impossible. But by the process, there are various stages. I mean, Africa first of all, feasibility study. After that, funding. After that, mobilization, and then actual operations. 4 stages. And all those can take a lot of time, more than 6 months. Sometimes a year or 2. That's how these things work. Yeah.
Management ya state institutions pali ACB, pali Ombudsman, pali khala pali mavuto makamaka amene akuchitira manage institutions amenewa. Boma lanu lipangizo tani kumbali ya institutions amenewa. We know kuti by now ngati ACB amene alipo ndi acting capacity DG kumeneko muli ndi mapulani anji ku state institutions.
Certainly we want to strengthen them. There's absolutely no question that integrated institutions like ACB, Ombudsman, Human Rights Commission, and those things must be strengthened. It means we must fund them properly, but also put competent people and put people with integrity in those kind of institutions. It's very important to put people who believe in our goals and so forth. So we'll be working towards that. Again, we'll be in the process of identifying personnel. It will take time to identify personnel and to fill those institutions. But we'll do it. Somebody wrote me yesterday and said, could you become a minister of integrity? In some countries, I'm a kind of minister of integrity. Actually, it's one of the countries in the Middle East that was a minister of happiness. No, happiness. That means to make sure that things are good for people, the social services are available, the roads are properly repaired, and all those kind of things. No, it's here. Means of happiness. And all sorts of things. So there are also some ideas that people are sending us. We're looking at them. We need to have an open mind now. Could you have had all these challenges all these years? We are now static. We're not moving anywhere. Maybe it's the time now to listen to other ideas and try other ideas and see if they work for us. So we have quite a lot of work ahead of us. And we appreciate your contribution to that.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Nandi mafunso ambiri koma mwina ndirekeze pamene palomaliza ndimafuna mungoti pali ma suggestions onena kuti mwina ndi nthawi yonena kuti pa nthawi imene mupanga transfer power mwina amene mukusinthana nawo akhale physically present kumene mukasinthana power kumwambo umene u ma suggestions amene mukuwaona motani kuti akakhale physically present pambuyo mu nthawi zambiri akamasinthana utsogoleri mangokhala kuti mwina amene the outgoing samapezeka kumwambo ngati umenewo ndipo pali ma suggestions onena kuti mwina ndi nthawi yoti ngati dziko amene alipo apezeke ma suggestions amene mukuwalandira motani.
No, I don't think it's a law, but it said it would be good if former presidents or the former president, if they wish to attend, the Senate will be welcome. It depends. Remember, in the United States, for example, Donald Trump did not attend Biden's ceremony, but Biden attended his ceremony. Also, it depends on that kind of thing. And certainly, it's a good thing to have that kind of arrangement and sort of friendship and cordiality between the exiting and the entering president. That's what happens in some countries, and in the big democracies. Here it's a little bit different. We see opponents as enemies rather than adversaries. But things will improve as our democracy matures.
Tikamabwera ofusa mafunso limodzi tifuse limodzi osati tikhale ndi litany of questions pepani yeti in the interest of time. Okay, komanso muziyankhulako mokwererako because we are not using any kuzamawu tina chilichonse ndi muziyankhula kwambiri fika pafupi.
Your Excellency, ine ndine Simeon Shumba kuchokera ku MPC. Monga mene makamba chuma cha dziko lino takhachikumana ndi mavuto ambiri zina zomwe makamba kale. Taonakonso mboyo mu bunge la IMF likuthetsa mgwirizano ndi boma lomwe IMF likuthetsa mgwirizano ndi boma lomwe likupitali. Kamba kusiyana magazi kumbali ya fiscal komanso monetary policy. Mukayamba ntchito muli ndi mapulani oti muthetsa kukambirana ndi IMF kuti ECF ibwerenso ziko.
Well, absolutely. I think it would be suicide to not deal with the IMF. Every country in the world, even the big ones, even the rich countries, Germany or Britain, they deal with the IMF. And we want to build a cordial relationship with IMF, and we'll be talking with them. Remember we had an agreement with them, but it was cancelled, and then I think it became difficult to do another one for all sorts of factors. But we will be engaging IMF, the World Bank, and other institutions like African Bank, African Development Bank, and IFC, and I also and some of the big individual countries will be BIC, BRICS. We'll be talking with all those people and to see and reintegrate ourselves into the global economy. The way things are now, no country can survive on its own without being part of the global economy. And we intend to engage in the global economy and be part of it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Wezi Nyirongo from Capital FM.
FFM?
Capital FM.
Oh, Capital FM.
Yes. Expectations are high out there that the coming in of the DPP government, you will reconstitute a commission of inquiry into the June 10 plane crash that killed the then Vice President Saulos Chilima and 8 other passengers. What is your position?
I have no position on that one. I have not followed the case very well, but I think there was some kind of commission before. I'm sure my means of justice, once appointed, will look into it and see exactly what happened in that situation, and then advise the government as how we should handle that. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I'm Jonathan Ipasungwi from National Obligations Limited. You have been in opposition for the past 5 years. Maybe what lessons have you learned during this 5-year period? Thank you so much.
What lesson? That's a very vague question. What lesson?
Maybe anything you want maybe to change, maybe that led to the fall of...
What I've learned from the opposition? What I've learned from the opposition, or for being in opposition?
Being in opposition, yes.
I don't think I've learned much, but or I can say that we probably, I think the mistake, what I've learned was probably what somebody mentioned earlier, by delinking with the IMF, and that's where our problems started. And I think also perhaps unnecessary spending, perhaps that also happened. Spending without limits, I think that created problems for this country. And we need to control spending, I think. We need to control and engage with these international organizations. I think that's what, if I've learned anything, is probably that government should be very careful how much you spend. And a big government, you remember my government, I ran for 5 years with a cabinet with 18 ministers and a cabinet of 20, including the president and vice president, a total of 20. We ran that for 20 years. I'm sorry, for 5 years. And we're able to change all those things. Inflation, exchange rate was stabilized, you all know that, inflation, interest rates, and so forth. We're able to run it with a small government, but a disciplined government, and many things I changed that time. For example, ministers used to have 2 vehicles. I cut that to 1. And we cut the salaries of the minister, myself, for 6 years. I took only 40% of my salary for 6 years. The other 60% went back to account 1. And my ministers also did. We all sacrificed. So those are the kind of things that we need to do so that all of us feel the pain of being in a country which is facing economic challenges. So we'll continue to do those things to make sure that whatever we do must be in the interest and for the benefit, really, of the people. And I think that will be our objective.
One more, and should be
the
last one. The last one for today, Your Excellency.
How many more? One more, okay. Good.
Your Excellency, ine dzinanga ndi Obre Kalumpha, reporter Obre Kalumpha.
Okay.
Ya ndachokera ku wireless ya Miji FM.
Okay.
Funso langa ndi limodzi, kwambiri pamakhala nkhawa kuti chipani chikalowa mboma kumbali yosankha maudindo limapezeka kuti kukondera mwina mbali imodzi ya chigawo kapena mtundu ngati mmene zinalili maconsensus amene analipo mu boma limene likutulukali. Chitsimikizo chanu chingakhale chotani kupita kwa Malawi pa nkhawa ngati zimenezi?
That's a very good question. At least for me, I can assure you, Kuti, if it was Sanka, my leader, the whole country, I know people don't believe it. But I can tell you, my time, the Chief Justice was from the North. Attorney General was from the North. Director General SCB was from the North. Army Commander was from the North. Commissioner of Prisons was from the North. Commissioner of Police, Center. There were some people, Southeast and so forth, but we chose on merit. And if you go and look, you can go to OPC, Palma grade government A to R. Now the president Amasanka A to E, 5. The other Amasanka New Civil Service Commission. Palma grade A to E. I mean Amasanka, you get a check. You find majority were from the north, followed by the center, followed by the south. That's the truth. Go and check. It was a myth. When it just wasn't true. It wasn't true. Of course, I had people from the south also, and I had people from the east also. But to say that I was taking people on the basis of where they come from, no. We are facing a challenge now, but we have a very difficult situation to change this country, and we're going to need people, with ability to help me to. Rebuild this country, and I'll take the best person we can find to assist us to build this country. After all, we're all Malawians, so now I know what you're talking about. Maybe it was an extreme, and I did say it during the campaign, what you're talking about. I think that was probably not proper. The morning I put it, there are removed you can't majority of all the positions. The morning can join you. And whether it was by design or just happened, I don't know. But certainly, I think Malawians want all of us to share in the running of this country. And I have the message, and the voting was very clear. The message is there, and I've heard it. So I think I don't need to say more than that.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. This far, we have come to the end of the press briefing. Tukuthokozeni, Your Excellency, Professor Arthur.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.